It's tough to know what to look for in a wedding videographer. These quick tips and checklists will help you be a pro at searching for and finding the best videographer to film your wedding. Number 1, how long have you been filming weddings and how many do you average per year? Your wedding video will be the video you look back on for the rest of your life and will also be something you can share with your children for generations to come. You'll look back and remember just how special your day was, so you want to make sure you hire a videographer who is experienced. To ensure your wedding video is the best, they should have at least a year of experience in filming weddings. Number 2, what is your storytelling style? Many videographers have a preferred filming style. The two most popular styles are documentary or cinematic. Typically, a documentary style is where the camera is stationed on a tripod and includes a lot of still shots. Cinematic style will include a lot more handheld shots, either with a camera, stabilizer, and will have some movement in your film. These shots are much more fluid and appear much more movie-like. Number 3, how is the music for the film selected? Music selection is huge in the wedding videography business. Many times a song can make or break your final film, and so you want to make sure the videographer knows which type of genres you like and also licenses music from trusted websites like MusicBed, Artlist, Premium Beat, or Soundstripe. If your videographer does not abide by copyright laws, you may end up in a legal battle for using the music in your wedding video. So make sure your videographer licenses from one of the websites mentioned before. Number 4, have you filmed at my venue before? If your videographer has filmed at your venue before, they'll automatically know where to set up their equipment, where the lighting is best, which angles are the best for your film. And so while this is super helpful for a videographer, if they haven't filmed at your venue, it shouldn't be an automatic disqualification. Most videographers will know how to find the best angles and lighting very quickly on your wedding day. If you want to ensure your videographer sees the venue before the wedding, ask if they would be willing to visit the venue a few months before the wedding. Number 5, is there a travel charge for my wedding? You want to make sure that there's no additional fees on top of the package you've selected. Some videographers will have a trip charge based on how far away your venue is from their home. Make sure you're aware of these charges before you book. Number 6, will you be filming any other weddings on my wedding day? You'll want to know if the videographer has other weddings booked on your wedding day. Larger production companies will often schedule multiple weddings on the same day, but have project managers in place to make sure that details aren't missed. Smaller operations may not have the same resources, and the last thing you want is having a videographer at your wedding with another wedding on their mind. If you're moving forward with a smaller operation, make sure your wedding is the only wedding booked on your day. Number 7, will you be the person filming my wedding or will you be using a third party? Your wedding day is a very special day and you want to be surrounded by people who support you and make the day that much better. When you hire a videographer who will be there on the day of your wedding, you'll likely have spoken with them or communicated with them in a way that makes you feel comfortable about having them there on your wedding day. If you use a larger production company that hires videographers, you may never communicate with the actual videographer until your wedding day. Oftentimes, these larger corporations will allow you to chat with the main videographer before your wedding day, so make sure to ask to speak with them to ensure that you and the videographer have a similar vibe. Number 8, do you film the wedding by yourself or will you have a second videographer? This question depends on the wedding package you select. Some packages offer multiple videographers while others only have one. Having a second videographer on your wedding day will increase the overall efficiency of the videography team. They'll be able to split up and capture all the detail shots they need, giving them more time to spend on what's important: you and your future spouse. A single videographer can also get the job done, but it will take much more coordination for that videographer and may have them bouncing around all day, only spending a few minutes here and there. Number 9, how well do you work with other vendors such as the photographer? Your videographer has a very important role to play on the day of your wedding. They'll need to interact with multiple vendors such as the photographer, the DJ, the wedding coordinator in order to deliver you the best wedding film. The photographer and videographer work closely throughout your wedding day to film all of the highlights of the day. They'll also need to work closely with the DJ in order to capture all of your important speeches, ceremony, vows, toasts, etc. And because of this, you'll want to make sure that your videographer is a people person and can work well with all vendors. Number 10, how will you record the audio from our day? Audio is incredibly important for your wedding film. You want to make sure your videographer has a plan to record the audio during your ceremony, during your vows, and even in the reception to capture the toasts. The most common audio setup for a videographer is to place a small hidden microphone on the groom during the ceremony to capture the vows, and also to connect a recorder to the soundboard at the venue. Oftentimes, your videographer will need to coordinate with your DJ in order to make this happen. Number 11, how long will it take to receive my completed film? Editing your wedding video can take some time, especially during wedding season, May through October, as many videographers are working weddings during these months. You'll want to make sure you know how soon you'll receive your wedding video so that you aren't waiting months and months and months to relive your special day. Number 12, how will my film be delivered? Your videographer will have a preferred method of delivering your wedding film. It's often that the film will be delivered digitally, but some videographers offer your wedding film delivered on DVD, USB, or other methods. So ask which method your videographer plans to deliver your film to you in. Number 13, how often will you communicate with us leading up to the wedding? You don't want your last interaction with your videographer before the wedding date to be the day that you actually booked them. Hiring a vendor is a two-way street. You'll want to hire somebody who is constantly checking in to make sure that they are up to date on the latest detailed changes of your wedding. Number 14, are you insured? Many venues will require your videographer to have $1 million general liability insurance policy in place. This is to ensure that if the videographer accidentally damages anything at the property or hurts someone, you and the venue are covered. Number 15, do you have a link to some reviews? Your wedding day is one of the most important days of your life, and so you want to make sure the vendors you choose to be there with you are highly recommended by other couples who have had them there on their wedding day. I hope these 15 tips have been helpful to you. Like and subscribe for more videos like this.